What up, what up, what up? Happy Gratitude Monday. Y'all, look at my hair. Look at my hair. I'll try to do an afro today. It's not feeling afro-ish. So I guess this is what I'm gonna be doing today with my hair. Anyway, y'all, I wanted to get on here because one thing I noticed. Stop licking me. Stop. Yeah, I got a new puppy. Well, I didn't get a new puppy. My oldest son, yeah, this is what. Stop. Look at this little dog, y'all. He's so cute. Y'all see him? He's so cute. He's a puppy. He's about 4 months old. Yeah, this is why I never get baby fever. My son, every time I even might have the opportunity to get baby fever, my son bring home a dog. So I'm always taking care of puppies. No, usually I make them, eventually I run them up out of here. But Hendrix is actually, that's the puppy's name, y'all, Hendrix. Hendrix is actually pretty laid back. He's actually more of my style of dog because he's not one of those dogs that are super needy and need a bunch of affection. And he's a pit. He's full-fledged pit. And he's not needy. So I love that about him. So in my mind, Hendrix is my dog and the rest of these dogs. Because I got 3 total. The rest of these dogs belong to these kids. Anyway, y'all. So I wanted to get on here because one thing I noticed this morning. I was talking to my daughter and we was talking about different things that go on. And one thing I noticed that I had to, I don't want to say catch myself on, but something I notice about myself is when I'm describing negative spirits to my daughter, or negative demons, or things to look out for, or if people do this, then it could be a sign of that. When we have those conversations, y'all, I often use the word ratchet to describe people. I do, right? I often use the word ratchet. So, one of my friends asked me, why are you always describing Ratchet? Why do you always describe Ratchet to her when you are describing somebody who's spiritually sick or spiritually disconnected? Why do you always describe them as Ratchet when it comes to your daughter? So, y'all, I wanted to answer that on live. The reason why I describe people as ratchet to my daughter when we are talking about spiritual people and, spiritually disconnected people is because when I use the word ratchet, she understands what I mean as far as what she will most likely see, right? Because when most people use the word ratchet, you think of confrontational, you think of manipulation, you think of ratchet. What else do you think of? Unruly, disrespectful, lack of appreciation and care for themselves, lack of respect for themselves, right? These are some of the things that you think of when people say, oh, she's ratchet, right? And in honesty, y'all, when the word first became popular, I really think they meant wretched, which starts with a W. It's like W-R. I really think they meant that, but my guess is when some people said, how do you spell ratchet? They spelled it ratchet like the thing you use in sports versus someone being disorderly. Because if you actually Google it, it's 2 different words. It really is. It's 2 different words. But again, that's why I use the word, because my daughter's 10, and when I use the word ratchet to describe people who are spiritually disconnected, she completely understands what I'm explaining to her. Because that's the thing about our kids, y'all. We can't assume that they're not smart and they don't understand or they're not comprehending what's going on in the world around us, because they absolutely are. What we need to make sure is that we help them with their perspective, because they're too young to come into a mature perspective and understand every situation that's going on in life. There's adults that can't even do that. So we definitely have to make sure that our children understand what spiritual aligned means and what spiritually disconnected means. And there's a lot of adults who don't even understand that, y'all. So that's why I'm getting on here explaining it, because I feel like there's a lot of people that don't understand that. So again, when I use words like ratchet and so forth, I'm describing a person's personality. But when you think about the personality I'm describing, then it will make more sense to you that those are usually spiritually disconnected people, because once you start lining up with the Most High, your personality, you start doing things different, right? Your personality does change. And I don't know why people say some people never change. You absolutely change, because you grow, you mature, you get a better understanding. When you start getting downloads from the Most High, the things that you thought was relevant, it's not relevant no more, because he shows you a deeper level of what's going on. The things that you wasn't seeing and understanding before you start getting those downloads makes a lot more sense to you, right? People's actions, people's words, people's body language. Like, once you start opening up that third eye, it starts making more sense to you, right? Ratchet is not going to be just, oh, well, that's because they're ghetto and they're... No, Ratchet can be Queen Elizabeth, God rest her soul. I was using that as an example because she could have been a person that is confrontational, right? Now, we're not going to say that she didn't, have respect about herself, because she's the queen. She absolutely had respect about herself. But I'm just using the example of Ratchet. If she was a confrontational person, if she was always trying to divide her kingdom, right? If she was always manipulating people, right? If she was always disputing with somebody, right? Those are signs, or those are all qualities of Ratchet. So, if you fit that description, you Ratchet. You Ratchet. Y'all, I don't have a problem with saying nothing that I've said. I don't have a problem with that. And for the record, y'all, because I know there's a lot of people that don't know me in real life, but the people who do know me in real life will confirm that if I ever say anything about you, I probably said it to you. And if I didn't say it to you and I said it about you, I don't have a problem with saying it to you. I just haven't got to you yet. So don't ever sit there and see, that was part of my younger years. A lot of people try to put me in he say, she say, because sometimes when a demonic force is attacking you, they know it's not strong enough to do anything by themselves, so they got to go get a crowd, right? They got to go get a group of people to try to make you look like you're the bad person, to make it look like you need to be the outcast, right? Because they have an issue with you. Because their negativity with you, they're trying to go get backup. That's Ratchet. You're causing division amongst people. That's Ratchet. You being confrontational, right? That's Ratchet. That's what I be describing to my daughter when I say Ratchet. There's people out here to manipulate y'all. Fraternity court, is that not a whole court of manipulation? Fraternity court, y'all, that's a whole courtroom of manipulation. So yes, that's Ratchet. So that's exactly what I mean when I describe someone as ratchet, y'all. All my understanding that's coming forth from the spiritual realm, the words that we use makes absolute sense. And y'all don't even understand the words that we using. Y'all don't even understand. Just like, and I'm gonna keep stressing this. You see these rappers, and in they rap, they talking about being murdered and being killed, and eventually it comes forth. That's manifesting. Y'all, those are words that we're using in our everyday lives that we don't realize is causing other things in the unseen side of things, right? Again, just because you don't understand it or you don't believe it does not mean it ain't there. Oxygen, you can't see oxygen, but you can breathe. It's there, right? Gas, you know what I'm saying? If you have a gas leak, some people don't even always smell it, but it's there, right? Some people do smell it. People that sat in their cars, in the garage and poisoned themselves. They ain't always see it, but it was there. So, good morning, good morning. So again, be careful of the words you use. And if you are using the words, just make sure you use them correctly, y'all. Just make sure you use them correctly, right? I don't have a biased opinion on Ratchet. Ratchet can be somebody that's a multi-millionaire. If their attitude is stank, they ain't filled with nothing but negativity, and they don't want to do nothing but kill, destroy, manipulate, have egos that are beyond what their actual expectations of life are, then they ratchet. That's all it is. That's all it is to it. So, good morning, y'all. Have Gratitude Monday. Y'all know what gratitude means, right? That means we're thankful for this day. Monday is the start of a lot of people's work week. Y'all, and I know a lot of people don't want to get up and go to work, but the fact that you have the ability to get up and go to work, you should have gratitude for that, right? The fact that you have a job, the fact that you do need to pay bills, the fact that you have the ability to pay bills, the fact that you have the ability to take care of yourself, right? And even if you're single, you're still doing it, right? Your ability to take care of yourself does not stop if you are not in a relationship no more, y'all. Your ability to take care of yourself does not stop because somebody said something mean about you. And if you don't believe what they're saying about you, don't take that on. Don't take that on. People's always going to have something mean to say about you. They still talking about Jesus. How many years ago did he walk the earth? They still talking about him. There's still people that got negative stuff to say about him. We're still talking about him. And then what's so crazy, though, is I talk to people who say they don't believe in Jesus, but they absolutely believe in telekinesis. So you believe in telekinesis, you believe you can move things with your mind, but you don't believe that somebody actually attained this level of discipline within their own minds? You don't think nobody did that? Everybody says what Jesus couldn't do, but the sky's the limit, right? The sky's the limit. So if people believe that you can move stuff with your mind and telekinesis, that's manipulating energy. Why wouldn't you believe that one man figured out how to do that? And I don't even think he figured it out. I really believe the Most High walked him through it. I really believe that. I really believe that. And I believe nobody else has been able to obtain that part of our brain that we can use to actually do that, which is why nobody believes that Jesus existed. And if you listen to why they don't believe Jesus didn't exist, they contradict themselves 85% of the time. So, just pay attention to your words, y'all. Everything you say in this realm affects the realms you're not seeing. Everybody who thinks three-dimensional, there's 4 dimensions, there's 5 dimensions, there's truly dimensions that we are not familiar with, but they still exist. And our choices in this realm affects those realms. So y'all, stay positive. Stay away from the negativity. Don't let that negativity put out your light. All right? I love y'all. Gotta go.